Hey everyone, this is Shino. Today we're going to be doing more like a love advice reading. So this could be for before you get into a relationship, if you're already in a relationship, and today we're going to be focusing on fire signs, or at least for this reading. We're going to be doing fire signs, and today I'll be using John Holland's The Psychic Tarot, and I will be using Caitlin Keegan's The Illuminated Tarot. It's like almost like a simplified version of the normal tarot cards. So in this reading, I'm going to be drawing one from the Psychic Tarot and two from the Illuminated Tarot. And I will possibly use my yes and no sticks, depending. Okay? So this is for fire signs, and I will be creating at least, I want to say 4 piles. I think 4 piles is good. Okay, so pile 1, pile 2, let me load this away really quick, pile 3, and pile 4. Okay, so those are the 4 piles, 1, 2, 3, and 4. All right, so put away, and then after draw some of these. So may I have 2 cards, please, for each of the Psychic Tarot for people who may be looking for love advice. Okay. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. 1. Oops. 2. 1, 2. Okay, so this is 1, 2, 3, 4. So if you even like, maximum for, like pretend like if you needed more advice, maybe you could look for just like 1 more, to be practical. Okay. So I'm gonna start with group 1, and let's see what we have here. Okay, so the first card we have the crown chakra. Okay, so let's see what that means. Let's see the color, let's see the number. There's a 7, there's a very intricate pattern, like a pinkish magenta-ish, maybe like a pink color. Okay, so let's look at what you need for love advice. Okay, so this is actually a violet color. Violet. Remember that. So violet symbolizes wisdom, beauty, inspiration, creativity, enlightenment. It's one of the most spiritual colors. Violet is associated with the crown chakra. Okay? So maybe those are like the highlighting points that you should be thinking about. All right? And after for the number is 7. So it's spirituality, inner awareness, mastery, wisdom, insight, success. So maybe you should know where you are currently in your life, be grounded in what you know, continue to better yourself in your field of study, whatever whatever you're trying to be like an expert at, do that. Okay, so let's look at the 7 of 7. Let's see. 7. Do. Okay, for the chakra cards. Chakra. Okay, for 7, the key facts: violet, sound, none, or can be used. Okay, maybe that's like a, I believe, like an affirmation. The gland is the pineal gland. Let's see. Element is thought. Keyword, I know. All right, so the crown chakra is located at the top of the head and has been called the 1,000-petaled lotus, or the receiver of light. This chakra is the center of your link with the universe, the infinity, and your higher consciousness. It's the connection between wisdom and spiritual insight. The crown center is the area where ethereal light and energy are received and then dispersed throughout your aura for total well-being. To balance this chakra, this author finds that meditation, breath work, yoga, spiritual healing, acupuncture, and color therapy works best. When properly aligned, your crown chakra will expand to a point where it's possible to access and tap into the deepest source of wisdom. Okay. So it's more like, you know, your thought process, maybe like how you've been thinking about, you know, like everything is jumbled up in your life right now. How you're thinking, maybe like let's go to like the really low point of it. Like maybe you think that whoever you're with, they're doing something bad or something. You know, you have to use, like use reason, find balance. Okay. Use your intelligence. Don't, it's not always about using the heart. Well, like you got the heart, you have the heart down, but possibly, but like you have to, like be logical about it, Maybe it means like don't think in too much of it, okay, into your relationship. Okay, let's go see like 2 more advice cards. So you have the Jack of Spades and you have the Jack of 10. 2 spade cards, all right. So for the spades, it means reason and intellect. Wow, okay. The element of air. Maybe you're dealing with an air sign. The person that's in your relationship right now, maybe you're with an air sign. Who knows? Okay. Maybe there's something the mind is telling you right now, and you're at like a crossroads in your head about how to feel. So for the 10 of spades, this represents judgment, waking up, and announcement. Maybe you're thinking about making like a big, huge announcement on like commitment. Maybe it's like, maybe if you're not in a relationship yet, maybe it's like you're trying to, maybe it's the opportune time to actually voice out that you care about this person before it's too late, before somebody sweeps them up instead of you. Okay. And for the Jack of Spades, it says caution and potential. That's all it says. So, caution and potential. Okay. Oops, sorry. So, here's the Jack of Spades. So, if you see that. But I think it's like, the caution part, I believe it like more applies on your part. Caution is more of like your part, like how you're thinking about it. Maybe you're too cautious, but maybe you have to just work on how to balance that. And also for the potential part, the potential is like, where could this relationship really lead? Is it really, long lasting? Is it very like, intense? Judgment. So it's about making it like, it's going to be like a final decision. What is your final decision? I don't know if this, I don't know, like, you know, and if you're thinking about a person that's really bad, maybe maybe this is your wake-up call. Maybe this is how it's gonna, you know, turn out. Okay, let's go look. So is this something that the queer should really look into? Is it something that they should look into? Yeah, blank, be happy to. So since it's a yeah, so you have to really look into this. For my thing, I drew that. So, you know, like, you should, but not, it's not like too serious, I want to say. But let's go see. So everything, this whole thing is all about thought. How have you been thinking lately? Have you been wavering? Have you been, are you being slept on? You know, maybe, you know, if they don't wake up in time, maybe you should tell them, like, it's over, you know? Or you should remind them, like, what's actually going on, that, you know, you're a person too, type of thing. See, that's the rooster, and after then it's waking up the whole village people. You know, there's like an alertness. Okay. So for yes, it's, yeah, you should look into it. If it was a no, then I would be like, you don't need to worry about it. But yeah, just, you know, consider it while you're on your love journey, okay? Good luck with that. So that was pile number 1. If you see something that I didn't see, you know, always put it in the comment section so you could help everybody else out, okay? So thank you for that. Okay, so let's go to the next one. For group number 2, what do we have here? So for, you know, relationship and love advice, foundation and achievement. So this is more of like a purple borderline. Oops, sorry about that. This is more of a purple borderline. Purple. Purple borderline. Okay, so for purple, I believe this is purple at least. I'm not tripping, right? Oh my goodness. Actually, I'm not done with number 1 yet. Shoot, I just noticed that this borderline over here is black. Okay, so just, you know, just a heads up for group number 1. It will be protection, independence, and mystery. So if you had thoughts that, you know, maybe this individual is like doing something behind your back, maybe there is. Maybe you should also, you know, while you're, you know, not in a relationship, enjoy independence, know how to live by yourself so you won't be too codependent on them for all your decisions. You know, protect your mind, protect your thoughts, protect your own opinion. Don't let when you're in a relationship, don't let them strip you of your own opinion, okay? Okay, but back to this one. Ooh, I'm really sorry about that. Okay. Okay, but let me just flip that over just for continuity's sake. Okay, so this is for 4, and I believe this is purple, if I'm not mistaken, but if it's not, we'll just see later on, okay? So this for Violet, it symbolizes wisdom, beauty, like I said earlier. Inspiration, creativity, and enlightenment. It's one of the most spiritual colors. Violet is associated with the crown chakra. Okay, and the number is 4. So it's structure, foundation, realization, stable situations, planning. So structure. How did you guys, like maybe you should remember how you both met. Was it some, like, why did you want to be with this person in the first place? Is it strong enough? Is it just because based on how they look like? They're like, oh, they look really good, but they have a sucky job, like, or whatever, or something like that. Like, make sure that your reasoning was good. Make sure that on both sides, when you both make a decision, maybe like if both of you chose to go, like, I don't know, like on a vacation somewhere, is it something that you both want? Or if it's something that you really want, do you give and take when you both have like plans? So since this one has a picture, it's like almost like a family. Maybe you both want to have this picture perfect life with like, like that, like white picket fence type of family, type of, like almost like if you're like American, like an American dream almost, but better than that. You just want to have like this normal relationship, and that's what you're working at. Okay, so that's number 4. Let's go check it out. So, what border is this? This is a violet. Did I read that as violet? Please tell me I did. Yeah, I did violet. Okay, cool. Okay, so for this card, it means this card confirms that what you've been building is now firmly established with a strong and solid foundation. You deserve this, and it's time for you to harvest the rewards for your efforts. What you sowed, you now can reap. Okay, be open to receive as you've worked hard and have given so much. Allow the universe to give a little back to you, for there has to be an even exchange of giving and receiving in order to prime the pump of gratitude and reinforce the law of attraction. Using the more traditional meaning in tarot, this card represents a period of celebration, peace, and prosperity. Okay. It may also imply a marriage or the buying of land or a new home. As you enjoy this time of relaxation you so deserve, know that nothing remains stagnant and the winds of change are always at your door. Okay? So that's good. That's, at least it's positive. Maybe you're both like choosing, like to take another step in like commitment, like your own version of commitment, of some type of union, of possible marriage. And I think this pile is all about reassurance that for the most part, your relationship is going how you want it, because you've been working really hard at it. I hope that resonates with you for this one. If it doesn't, then this pile may not apply to you. Okay? But it could mean something else. It could be like we have to look at these two cards first. Maybe this one is like the dream, and this is like possibly how to get there. Okay? So let's look at that. So you have the 4 of Spades and the 5 of clubs. Okay, what is this picture of? I cannot tell. Oh, it's a almost like a Dia de los Muertos skull filled with foliage. Okay, and after then we have this 2 faces or 3 or an arch. It looks like faces, but it looks like arches with 3 eyes, chains, fire. Okay, let's go see what they all mean. So let's look at the clubs first. Okay, so this is actually, in this book, it means it's the devil card. Okay, the devil doesn't mean it's a bad thing. So temptation, attachment, control. So when you get to this point, you know, even though you're doing really good, it doesn't mean that you could fall out. Doesn't mean that you may fall out. So, you know, just be wary of how you're doing, like in the control, you know, like, are you being a little bit too controlling? Are they being a little bit too controlling? You know, are you way too, like, like I said for this one, like too clingy? Or are they too clingy? It's like when you're already here, you're like, oh, this is really good, but maybe I could do a little bit better. And after then, your eye starts wandering for somebody else. Maybe you should be worried about that. Maybe you need to learn a little bit more, you know, self-control, or they need to learn self-control. You know, just be aware of that there's going to be a lot of things that are possibly straying you from your path that you really want, and after there, you know, like it's trying to test you to, you know, to put you at a failure. Okay, but you should be aware of that. You know, that you see like, oh, maybe that their life is like, life with this person is better, but in actuality it's not. Okay, 4 of spades. 4 of spades. And so for this one we have the death card. Okay, so this is the cycle of creation, destruction, and renewal. So I feel like this is more of like a positive thing. You know, like this is a test, but this one is more of like just representing this card, like how, like, you know, your life with this person is about to begin. You know, and you know, you already have everything down. So your life with this person's about to begin. You know, obviously, you know, the way that you used to live before is gonna, you know, it's not gonna be the same. You're not gonna be the same anymore. In a sense, you're gonna be a little bit changed. It's a new beginning. Okay, that's nice. Okay. Ooh. And let's see if we should we worry about this pile? Should you really put into consideration some of these messages? A lot or a little bit? Let's see. So blank appreciates the offer, however. Okay, so for this one, you know, don't worry too much about it. You don't need to look into it so much, you know. Everything is falling into place. You know, it's not going to be like a super struggle type of thing. Maybe, you know, as couples, you know, like if you're like looking at other people, you know, maybe you should just make it like those comments how some couples do it, where they're like, oh, they're like, oh no, that person's really hot, don't you think? You know, to your husband or wife, you know, like all those, you know, like just being silly and stuff, you know, maybe it's just like that. So, you know, you just don't need to really worry about all those obstacles in here too much, okay? So yeah, I hope that helped you for that one. And let's continue on to pile number 3. What do we have here? It's red. Okay, so it says movement, choices, decisions. Ooh, very colorful card. It's pretty. Ooh. Okay. So I want to say this is a red color. Okay, so the red color over here. Let me see if that card. Yeah. So it's in focus. So red symbolizes vitality. For the border, at least, it represents vitality, passion, temper, strength, survival, hard work, and leadership. Red is associated with the base chakra, okay? Survival. What does that even mean? La, 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 la. Maybe it has to do with not really your relationship, but, you know, like, it's not like the foundation over here, but it's more of like the other type of foundation when it comes to, you know, your well-being, your health. Are you worried? Are you looking at your health first? Are you looking at your money? You know, like, do you have everything that's stable enough to sustain this type of relationship? Maybe this relationship is kind of very demanding, you know. Have you put in that hard work? Are you one of those people that are just taking the back seat in this relationship, and you're just letting this person tell you what to do? Maybe you should take more of like a leadership role in it, okay? And for the number 2, it's balance, duality, partnership, choices, opposition, reflection, and diversity. Is this really like a partnership type of thing? Are you working hand in hand? Or is it something like you're just letting them do everything, and after then you're just... Or for them, it could be the opposite, you know? Since we're evaluating relationships, and also like people who haven't been in relationships, you know, is that your state of mind type thing? Okay, so for number 2, we have, let's see. Okay, so for this one, this card indicates a time of movement. Okay, significant changes and choices must be made. With hard work, great effort, and determination, you have the ability to juggle all the demands that are in front of you. Whether they concern money, business decisions, or other projects, it's important to stay flexible and focused. You don't have to do it alone. Reach out for the best advice and assistance. In addition, a financial union or partnership may present itself to you. The more time you take to make these vital decisions and choices, the longer it will be before you can move toward your goals in the physical material world. The changes that are emerging aren't some random acts or coincidences. They're all part of a positive and larger scheme. Notice the connection with everything, as this will enable you to avoid future problems and conflicts. Usually, you know, since we're talking about relationships, usually maybe both of you are, you know, business partners in some respect, where you both work at the same job or something like that. Make sure, like, you know, when you're juggling, they're taking some of the work too, with them too, okay? Great effort. Know how to prioritize things. It can't always be like happy time there. You have to put make sure like you have everything, you know, to a T, like what you really have to prioritize, okay? Maybe you want to go talk to, you know, a close friend. Usually you don't really like, you know, people usually don't talk to like close friends, but maybe in this card, maybe you want to talk to like a close friend, or like maybe like your mom or dad, that somebody that doesn't judge, you know, like somebody that'll give you like helpful information that you know, like it's one of those informations where you don't want to hear it, but you already know that they're right, type of thing. Maybe you want to talk to that type of person that's in your life, and hopefully you have somebody like that. Or maybe this is just talking to that individual that you're with, okay? Yeah, so like, you know, like plan, you know, think through your decisions when getting into a relationship. And let's go look at more advice. So what do we have here? We have, excuse me, the Jack of Clubs, okay? And we also have the Jack of Diamonds, double jacks. Okay. Let's see. You have 2 jacks in this pile. Okay, so what is this all about? So they're like almost, they're, you know, different suits but the same thing. So maybe it's... Okay, so for this one, the Jack of Clubs, we have the enthusiastic pursuit of a new venture. The enthusiastic pursuit of a new venture. So maybe when it comes to like business, when it comes to your relationship, maybe you're that individual that your job asks you to have to travel to, like, you know, like a far for like your business thing, and what it's telling you is like, like go for it. Like you have to think about that part of your life with, and if deep inside, like, you really want to go, and you have this feeling of enthusiasm for this trip with it comes to your job, go for it. Even if they told you no or whatever, they should be like there to support you with your decision. Even though you might be apart for, I don't know, like 2 weeks or something, know that this business trip will benefit you, this new venture. Okay. And for the Jack of Diamonds, it's fascination, wonder, scholarship. Wonder, scholarship. Maybe it's about school. This could be about, you're in a relationship, but your school that you want to go to is hella far away, and you have it doesn't have to be about scholarship, but like, yeah, maybe you got like a good, like full paid trip to this school. Maybe you should focus on that. Maybe you should focus on school first. Okay. So all this is about movement, making decisions. If you have if either one party like has a fascination or a wonder about it, like, like they wonder the possibilities of this thing that usually may deal with like money, and making big decisions, then maybe you should really consider it to do it. Okay. Okay. So let's see. Okay, so like you got like the okay for this one. So you should it's like this is like in between this yeah over here and the no, like the maybe part, but not the no. So this one is like you should just put a little bit of more consideration than usual on when it comes to these cards. Okay, this won't like make or break you. I'm pretty sure that you have like different avenues and different choices. You're not just like this is it, this is the only way. Okay, but maybe you should just take that suggestion to heart when it comes to like possibly your education, or like maybe it'll give you more financial gain after. Then when you're able to be financially successful, then you could just focus on your your relationship that you're building together. Okay. All right. So yeah, I hope that helped. And for pile number 4 for relationship advice, we have another violet card, and this is accelerated motion. Okay, maybe this is at least a little bit faster than this one over here. So accelerated motion, and this woman's looking at the star. Make a wish. Maybe you should make a wish now since this is a shooting star. Okay, so let's go look at it. Look at what this card means. So accelerated motion. Are you able to see that? Maybe I should. Okay. Actually, no. I'll just. I will just. Yeah. So you see this card already. Let me just hold it for you or something. Okay. Or I can't really hold it because I'm like holding this thing over here. I'll just put that right there. Okay, that's good. Let's see. Okay, so for the violet color, what the for the borders, what it means is inner wisdom and perception, as well as a vivid imagination. What the heck? No, sorry. Scrap that. I was reading indigo. So for the violet, it's wisdom, beauty, inspiration, creativity, and enlightenment. It's one of the most spiritual colors. Violet is associated with the crown chakra. Okay. Lots of crown chakras. Crown chakra. Okay. And I believe this is base chakra. Yeah. And number 8, what does 8 mean? 8 is power, authority, strength, organization, control, materialism. Okay. Keywords for there. Okay. And then let's go see. So this is number 8. Okay. This card represents flight, speed, flight, swift movement, hope, passion, and above all, endings to delays. So maybe this relationship is going to be able to go on the move. But maybe these two cards will reveal how you're able to move, make this relationship start to move. But, you know, if anything, like, know that this is a card that, the relationship is starting to move, okay? Or if you're not in a relationship, it's like, you're starting to head towards that person or whatever, okay? The conditions around you are perfect and appear to be rapidly heading in the direction of your goals and desires. Luck is on your side and your enthusiasm at an all-time high. Brace yourself as you finally witness the manifestation of what you've worked for and visualized. Maybe you're visualizing and you worked towards like a really good outcome, like when it comes to you being with this individual, everything that you really wanted will come true. This is a call for initiative, but you should also ask yourself, is there anything else in my life that I need to act on now? Okay, so maybe it's more like, like you already have this relationship down, but is there something else that's bothering you? Maybe it's like a family issue. Maybe you have to take care of somebody. Maybe, you have like this to-do list and you haven't even touched it yet and you have to like get on that, Be wise and take advantage of these ideal conditions. Now isn't the time for you to fight against the river of life. Trust, have faith, and go with the flow. I'll read that again. Trust, have faith, and go with the flow. This strong current is taking you to a positive outcome and future. Okay. So that sounds really positive, That sounds really positive. And what else do you need to consider? Okay, so you have the 8 of clubs. And you also have the 3 of diamonds. So there's 3 people in here. They're looking at like the symbol on the wall. This one looks, this geese or whatever, this pheasant is like I don't know if they're like building this wall or they're trying to, put a barrier. But let's go see what that even means, okay? So let's go see. So we have the 8 of clubs. Oh, isn't this great? So this card literally means repetition, swift movement to create stability. Okay, so everything is all fast, Maybe, like you shouldn't worry so much, but strike when the iron is hot. Like if you see that opportunity already, go get it. If you see, when it comes to the relationship, like if you're single, it's like if you see that person, like they're available now, don't hesitate. Be like, hey, like I'm available too. You want to try this out? Are you ready for it? Maybe it's signaling you to get into this relationship type of thing. Or if you're trying to find like balance in your relationship, it said repetition. maybe what you have been doing is really good. It's making your partner and yourself, you know, more happy, more attractive towards each other type of thing. So just continue what you're doing, because you're really doing something really good, okay? And after number 3 of diamonds, let's go see what that means. Okay, so for 3 of diamonds, it means craftsmanship, success, full collaboration, and admiration. So I think this is just showing like what this looks like. So like if you continue this thing, then sorry about that, it cut off. But like I said, I believe that this card over here, this card represents what, you know, like the outcome for this. So, you know, what you have been doing, like I said, they're gonna really admire for everything that you're doing. You know, you're gonna be able to attract the people that you want into your life, because you've been doing something really well, and you know, you've been very persistent at it, okay? And also, yeah, when you both come together, you know, you both are, you know, you're gonna be seeing these signs. You're gonna be seeing that you're able to work together you work really well together, you know. And you'll be able to build a great foundation. Now, I got cut off, and I picked this stick. So it says blank, really sorry, but blank, not able to. But this means, like, for this one, since this is more like I'm looking at the yes and no, like, should you be worried about it type of thing? Should you be looking at it? No, you shouldn't look at it so much, because this one, you already have it down. Everything's gonna be falling almost into your lap if you continue, you know, what you have been doing, okay? That, you know, this is just like a, you know, telling you not to worry so much about it. Everything is okay, you know. It's just showing you that you're headed, you know, your wish is gonna come true type thing, okay? Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you on a different type of video. Fire signs, okay? Thank you.